going to show you how to take the middle row out of a third generation Highlander. This is a 2016. The first thing I did was push the front passenger seat all the way up. The next thing I did was to remove these covers for the slide rails. I used a screwdriver, I wedged them in right here and then flicked it out. And the same here, putting them in here was like a very easy way to pull them out. I then pulled the seat all the way up, and looking at the back, I then pulled the covers off of the slide rail ends. Here, the best point that I found to start getting a point was to flick it here, and then I worked my hand around, not being too harsh on it because there are just little plastic clips inside right here, so you don't want to break those or you might not be able to put this thing back together again. I then removed this one here, again using this as the first point for me, and it is attached right at this end into this plastic piece. So I pulled that out. Then you do have to take this step rail off. It's probably a better name for that. I found, now I've loosened it already, but I found a good thing to do was to come in here and pull up, and then this was still very much attached on this end, and then I put a tape wrapped flathead screwdriver, flat end screwdriver, and I just wedged this up here and then pulled that out. Now you can get at the ends of the rails, and I just removed these two bolts, this bolt, slid it forward, and removed this bolt in front and this bolt in front. Now at this point I had a little bit of trouble because I could not get the seat out, and right here I basically tried to lift it and I tried to tilt the whole seat forward. But right here I couldn't get it out, and I did not realize that there's just a pin here. It just goes straight down. So if you have the strength, you can just pull the whole seat up. And I'll show you what that looks like. Coming around the other side. Here's the seat that I did remove, and this pin was in there. So now I have the seat out, and this is where the pin went in. As you see, I was trying to tilt it like the Toyota Sienna right here, and I did bend a little bit, I think, of the metal on the chassis there, but I covered these up with duct tape or Gorilla Tape, and I put back in the step, and I put back in these little covers, and I just taped them down. I mean, they're not they're not really going to stay or get much back and forth wear because I'm going to place something over these. And then I, of course, put the bolts back in just to cover up the holes. And now, because I want to use this area as an area for my dog, put it like that, an area for my dog when we're on trips, and also an area to put boots on when we are skiing and doing outdoor adventures. So I took a 4x4 and a 2x4. I just happened to have them lying around, and I just put a screw through them. It's a little bit offset because just because of the way the wooden panel that I'm going to put down will fall. So again, these were just things that I had in my house. So I have that piece that I put down. Tried to line it up, slide that down a little so that it kind of lined up with this right here, so I could still use the step to get in and out. And then, just because I didn't really need another piece of hard wood, and I didn't have any, I just used a piece of cardboard to cover those areas up because going to lie this rug down for my dog. There. So that's now my new place to make my dog, you know, have a nice bed in the back. I can also put his whole crate in here, and then my kids can sit here, and there's plenty of room to put on their gear and put on snow pants, and we're leaving that seat there for now. So if anyone's interested in doing this, I know some people are SUV, RVing or camping. You also could then still have a little bit of space under here to store things. And eventually I am just going to get one solid piece of wood that would go across here, so that it's just one nice solid piece. Anyway, hope this is helpful to someone.